Hi, it's Roma again. I'm here to discuss the LMS Moodle. I've set up a few courses in Moodle, and I'm going to show you how I went about it as um, a teacher setting up a course for the students. I actually had to create it going through site administration, um, and I would click on courses and I would click on add a new course in order to complete a course. I would have to actually hit the edit mode button to take it so that we can create the course. Um, and this is how you would start it as the teacher. Actually, I'm going to go back to my home page and we will go through the course I've created. And it's called Business Ethics Beginners. Here's the course description on the page, and I'm going to click off the edit mode button so that I can go through this course and show what I've set up. I've set up, excuse me, I set up a few pages. I have an announcements page, and on that announcement page, you would click, and if you needed to make changes, you can. At the time, I'm here in the student mode, but I want to go back and return to the teacher mode. So I would just click on that button there. And this is where you can actually go in and make changes if I need to. I would click on the edit mode so I can make some changes if I need to. And I would click on um, click on the edit button to make changes to the announcements. And that's how it works throughout the whole system. You would go and put it in edit mode, and if you need to make any changes, you would click edit. As you can see, I have the announcement. Something new is coming, and watch out for business ethics. And I want to go back and take this out. I'll just hit cancel or save changes. Since I didn't make any changes, I will hit cancel. As the teacher, one of the difficulties I've had in doing this was there are so many components to this system that you would actually have a manual or training procedure on how to create a course in Moodle. Um, when you design as a instruction designer, there's got to be a way to minimize so much of these headings and so many of these course changes and setting up course and managing a course, and it just became so overwhelming. I had to back up and take a deep breath and attack it from a different perspective. That it can be overwhelming for a teacher to get in here and set it up if they've never been in Moodle before. um, how to go about it, and that was one of my dislikes. After getting the training and how to go about doing it, then I became much comfortable with going through Moodle. Other than that, I seems like I was going at an uphill battle. Um, but after a while, after going through, you became much easier. It's I'm going to take you to the dashboard to show you um, how the course is set up through a timeline. I'm going to take the edit mode off so that I won't um, have any hiccups in showing you. Um, I have here for the course, I have an introduction. In this introduction, I have set up, as you can see, what the course is about. I have the learning objectives for the students. In order for them to complete the course, there are some objectives that they have to master in order to get out of the course, pass the class. A few changes as far as, excuse me, putting in some pictures so that they can enjoy it, not make it a dull ability to see it and availability. Um, as you can see, I'm going to put this in student mode so we can see what the student sees once the course is set up and comes about. Have to go and put it in student mode to show what the student will see once the course is put together. As you can see, if I click on dashboard, it's going to take us back. I'm going to make sure that I am in the student mode, because that's one of the things. If you go back and forth, you got to make sure that whoever is watching it, you got to switch roles, and you got to constantly look back and forth. If you're a student or you're the teacher or the administrator or whatever, you have to look back up here and see which I didn't like either. As you can see, we're going to click on my course is what I have available. We'll take you to the dashboard one more time so you can see what the student will see. The dashboard is set up, and they'll see when the assignments are due. And there's several assignments. There's a discussion, a quiz, and an assignment, which is an online research assignment. And as you can see in the introduction, you click on the view. As a student, it will take you to that page so you can view what's in their introduction. And as I say, I have some learning objectives. I also have a video that I embedded, and they would just click on this link and it would take them to a setup video of introducing the course. And that is a few minutes of letting them know what the course is all about, teaching the business ethics class. Also, it talks about what the class is about, the learning objectives. And you would go back to the dashboard. You have to go back and forth to get to what you need to do. The next one is a discussion. And all you have to do is click on view, which is great. It's easier than having to click on the discussion part. And it takes you to what discussion is about. You would click the instructions to set up. You click on, you have to watch this video. You would click on the video. I tried to embed it so that you could be able to just, you would have all these links in here, but I had a difficult time. It takes you to it. So that is, excuse me, discussion. And once you complete the discussion, you have a discussion question. And you would click on, excuse me, discussion question here, and this is due for posting on this forum is Monday. So actually, the question is, what would you do after watching the video? The student will be able to reply, and I'll just hit reply, and then they can come in and put the response in here, post to it, and that's how they would complete this discussion, which is a good way of going about it. And after completing, they can mark as done. And also on the course, as I noticed, as I go back to the home page and click on, sorry, I meant to go back to my courses. Click on my courses and it will take you to this page, and it will show the progress. You have actually completed a percentage of the courses this course that's been assigned. Excuse me. I've also have, there's a assignment. It's online assignment. We're going to look into that as a student. What do they see? And it's relatively set up where they will go out to an outside source and they have the instructions explaining everything to put it in. and they can submit their assignment here um, for the course. And another thing, they can mark it as done after completing it, which is awesome because that you can look at your progress that you've completed another part of the assignment. You can track, which is great. You can track your assignment, and then you have the business ethics quiz. You click on it, you will come to a quiz. Um, you can attempt the quiz. You can start the quiz. There's a time limit. It has the instructions here. You can see here's a question, and each question will pop up individually because it says next page. You will answer the question and go to next. And you have to answer. It'll tell you if you hadn't answered. You have 20 minutes to complete the assignment, which is awesome. So I enjoyed setting these quizzes up. Now I don't enjoy taking quizzes, but I enjoy setting it up. And then you just progress. You can go back and forth if you feel like you hadn't answered it, which is a good pro to have. You can clear your choices and start over if you felt like you put on the wrong answer. I like that part of the course. You can leave it and tell you your changes will not be saved, which is good. That is how the student will see once they enter the course. You have a calendar set up what each assignment is due dates on. I'm going back to my normal role. And let us look at business ethics course is what it's called. I'm going to go through the other one that I had set up so we can look at the edit on it. I'm going to edit. I'm going to show you how we set up an item in this course. You can add a new activity or resource, and we're going to just click on that to add. For instance, we can add anything on here, and it's a lot of things that I really don't use, but I'm sure somebody does. But there's a lot of resources and activities here. You can break it down if you want an activity. You can break it down to a resource. But as far as I went to activity, here's where you would complete an assignment. You would just click on it, and then you would have to, the items in red, you would have to answer. You're going to name this assignment. We can name it anything you want. And then your description, you just type in. If I can learn how to type. And that's just pretty much simple. Not say simple, but just follow each item. Here's when you can make the course available. Here's how you submit it. It's worth, how to go about it. Maximum times you can attempt to upload it. You can change that. Maximum size. Here, grades. You can set it up for how much, the value of the system. You can leave it as simple direct grading, or you can do a rubric, which is how they would look at and see how they should go about setting and answering the assignment. Categorize it. You can categorize it. It's right now uncategorized, but you go back up into the grade to change that because we want to put it under assignment. It's a lot to get done and a lot to learn. I enjoyed going through Moodle. It was a headache at first, but it became simple once I went back and watched the training videos on how to complete a course in Moodle. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope I answered all your questions. There's pros and cons to any system, and I appreciate you listening. Thank you.